Solitude is sweet. Being alone can be a struggle, but loneliness makes you suffer. That's what they say, but for a soul like yours on this unique spiritual journey, you know all of it can feel the same. They all get tangled together. Even being in a crowd or with company feels lonely. You know the aching to be understood, the yearning to connect, the emptiness that cannot be filled. It has felt like being lonely has been embedded in your spirit, following you in all lifetimes. It gets exhausting after spending decades trying to make connections and be loved for who you are, only to leave, remembering why you prefer to be by yourself. It has been this battle of feeling the most safe and at peace on your own, yet feeling so isolated and in pain alone. It always felt like everyone else around you had their people, had those they felt closer to, and you were just an afterthought on the outskirts. Even with those few that became your partners or close confidants, it never felt truly equal. It was like they became everything to you, and you were just part of something to them. For a long time, these dynamics put you in a chaser-attached energy. You may have isolated, but your mind and feeling state was holding on deeply to the thought that something was wrong with you. You were unlovable, and no one truly cared for you. You felt powerless, worthless, and invisible. I can close my eyes and see you on one particular night years ago, on the floor, crying from the depths of your heart. You are losing your breath from the heaviness of your weeping, your whole body shaking. Your pain is loud, but there's no one there to hear you. There is no safe space to let your emotions be held in. You're angry and scared. You are screaming to God, why? Why me? Why can't I be loved? Why did you make my heart so soft? Why can't I just enjoy things and life the way others do? Why do the people I love and want to spend time with not seem to want to do the same with me? What is wrong with me? I'm so tired of trying. God, please take me. Take me from this world. It hurts too much. You sat there for so long in that darkness, for hours. Then you got up, showered, and slept. You woke up the next day and went out into the world and smiled. You reached out to the people who didn't reciprocate your energy again. You tried and tried to communicate how you want to be loved again, only to be ignored. You tried to make plans to get out there and meet new people, and you went, only to realize they weren't your people either. You kept running and running after filling that void, but that dark cloud followed you for so long, and no one knew but God. There were so many nights and days like that. I can feel it. This was a lifelong feeling on and off, but the times it was the most excruciating was during your dark nights of the soul. Not only were you always different, but now you couldn't ignore what your spiritual awakening made you feel and see. You couldn't be naive anymore. You couldn't relate anymore. You were isolated, and it hurt every second of every day. After so long in this state, you went numb. From that numbness, you became fire. That fire had you accept the loneliness and integrate it into your identity. You are the black sheep of your family. Good. You are the lone wolf. Good. You are the tiger amongst the sheep. Good. Why would you want to follow the herd? You became grateful for being this person. You realized your loneliness was meant to remind you that you are a leader. Your chasing energy became detached energy, energy that lit up rooms, that inspired others, that paved their own way. The sadness went away. You actually began enjoying your solitude. It was sweet, after all. You tapped back into your inner child who could be on their own and not feel lonely, but instead enjoyed it with doing things they loved. Your own company was no longer a prison, it became a home. You had people you could do things with or talk to, but you also didn't feel like anything was missing if you didn't. You had leaned only on God and yourself for so long, you knew that was all you really needed for now. You saw how people go and come in your life, and everyone is there when they need to be. When and if you needed more, it would come. Lately, however, you felt this resurgence of that lonely feeling from years ago. This may have felt off-putting as you thought you healed out of this and were at peace. No need to worry, you have. This resurfacing is different. Even you can feel that. The thoughts that are coming in aren't so self-deprecating or dark, pushing you into isolation. Instead, they are uplifting and full of life, propelling you out into the world. There is that same core feeling of, there is no one around me that is where I am in life, but that is the only similarity. In the past, that made you resent and chase those around you. Now you lovingly accept where the people around you are at, let them be, and know you can put your energy and intentions out there to meet new people on your wavelength and on the same page as you. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but there has been an energetic shift within your heart where it is waking back up and opening up after being guarded and blocked for a very long time. This ties into the feeling of your soul's loneliness coming back, as this is the way to get your attention that it is time to let new energy in, and it is safe to do so. God is saying to you now, my beautiful chosen one, I have never forgotten even one of your tears or one of your prayers. Even those nights you yelled at me in agony and begged me to release you of this life, I listened, but I couldn't do that knowing what I had created for you in the future. Even those times you felt angry with me and lost your faith, I stayed with you. I knew one day you would understand what was happening, what I was doing. I was protecting you, guiding you. I knew you were holding on to so much that wasn't yours, that wasn't meant to come with you, and pushing you into isolation, into the shadows of your mind, was the only way you would let them go. And when I saw you stepping into your power after so long, embracing your differences and taking the lead on your life, thanking me and not feeling the heaviness anymore, I knew you understood. You don't fear being vulnerable and authentic anymore. You don't need to portray perfection. You don't fear failure or rejection. You stopped seeking love outside of you and instead built it within you through me. Before, one small blow would have knocked you down. Now a tornado couldn't even make you move. But one thing you didn't realize is that I wasn't going to leave you like that, stranded on your own. Sure, you could make it. Sure, you could even be happy that way now. But that isn't what you prayed for so long ago or what you want deep down in your heart still. You wanted connections to experience the wonders of life with, hearts that were safe spaces, and souls that were aligned to your pure intentions. I told you I never forgot your prayers from those nights you screamed out. I heard you. They have echoed into today. You'll always be the lone wolf, the tiger, but you aren't meant to do it all alone. So when I knew you were ready, I planted that seed of loneliness back into your soul, but this time it grew much more beautifully. It reminded you of the creator you are, of the abundance and unlimited potential out there in the world to connect. It's all on the other side of your comfort zone and fears. You feel a thrill of getting to that other side, whereas before, the other side wasn't even in your vision. So go on. Let your heart be your guide. Your intuition knows how to find them. The ones you are meant to collide with have been praying for you too. And so it is.